a place where Alabastian and the Alabastian ambassador was likely to meet the Babalese Musicosian. And that is in the Theatrum Neutralis.
Take that!
The only place that makes sense here is the Theatrum Neutralis. What? Here? The Goodwill event was being held here today, correct? So, the only place that the both of them would have been in is here. But if that's the case, then everything changes. If the theatre isn't actually Alabastian land, so that wipes out one of the extraterritorial rights he has. And makes logical sense, in which case the investigation, it is a reason for us to investigate further. So, what should we check? Should we check it out? Let's see. I believe we should check the immigration records for both Alabas and Babal post haste. Yep, this case. Babal's records should be easy to obtain, however the problem will be Alabas. I wonder if they will allow us to see the records despite the order to vacate.
Objection!
I'm already one step ahead of you, Miles Edgeworth. Francisco. I have here the security footage from both Alabas and Babal. You would do well to take a look at its contents. You move fast. Avant Karma strives to be perfect in every way. It is not in my nature to keep on retreating like this. I took the liberty of looking over the Babal investigation reports as well. From now on, you will make no excuse to back down or say that we can't solve this case. I'm sorry about earlier. We won't be beaten, because my cute little subordinate is going to try his very best, isn't he? Hasn't you patronized me enough already for a lifetime? So, this video contains footage from Alabas immigration screening area. I really hope there's something in there we can use. Doesn't something about this lump strike you as odd? Huh? Wait, it wasn't supposed to be in this shape? No, there's clearly something odd about that bulge. If we only had the pushcut itself, we could compare and confirm my hunch. Hello there. How are you doing now? Next, let us check the footage from Babal's security camera. I hope it gives us something good! Philly, there wasn't a single suspicious sign of a suspicious person or anything. That right there is a contradiction. Huh? Did I miss something? You didn't miss anything, because there was nothing to miss. However, what is missing is the image of Mr. Koshin entering his own country. But wasn't his country found in Babal? It would appear the true phase of our final puzzle has finally revealed itself. And yes, Pix, nothing is saying this is Ace Attorney. Ambassador Alba. I thought I'd asked for you and your group to vacate the premise, Mr. Edgeworth. Actually, I thought I should let you know this theatre sits on my country's soil. You've already had your fun, and I've enjoyed our little game. I dare to say that you've even achieved a new high score. However, once you've recorded the score, the same game cannot be replayed again. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? Your game is done, and it's game over. No.
Objection!
Where do you think you're going at this time of night? After admitting to my crime, I was overcome with regret. So I'm heading to the airport now to return home. I'm afraid I can't let you do that. There are still too many issues that we need to discuss with you. You can't stop me, Mr. Edgeworth, and you know it. Please, may I have a little bit of your time, Ambassador Alba? Ambassador Palladino? Even if it's just a tiny bit, it's fine with me. The already strained relationship between our two countries puts us in a precarious situation, you know. Very well, if you insist. I will play along. Just one more round and see what they want. Not that I'll get any further. Ambassador Palladino. Miss Edgeworth, all I wish for is a normalization of relationship between our two countries. But there is one person standing in the way of that dream. I believe you, and I you'll do what is right. Thank you for your vote of confidence. Now then, what is it that you wanted to ask me about? I do have a flight to catch after all. Yes, they did, Pix. They did mirror the sprites. So I'm afraid I'm going to have to limit you to just one question. That's more than enough, because I have only one question anyway. I want to hear your alibi and about how you couldn't have killed Manny Koshin. Oh, I see. You seem to have a good hand this time around. This should be fun. This is really the last chance we have to bring him down. I won't allow even an atom-sized contradiction slip by. Frankly, I still don't understand why I'm being placed under suspicion here. Under your hypothetical scenario, Mr. Koshin and I were fellow smugglers. But in order to get to the point, I was in Ablaze the whole time. So it is simply not possible for me to have killed him in Babal. That is my alibi. You are right, Fix. They did swap around. So that is your alibi. That is correct. It is simply not possible for me to have committed a crime in Babal. Now that we have cleared that up, I would appreciate if you would move out of my way.
Hold it!
I said hold it. What is it this time? I thought I told you I'd only allow one question. You did, but you still have yet to really answer my one question. What? Until you tell us the truth, I refuse to budge an inch from where I am standing. Very well, I'll play with you just a little longer. Miles Edgeworth, as my subordinate and representative of this country's prosecutors, you are forbidden to lose. Of course, that is something I've understood from the very start. That guy's the one who ordered my father killed, isn't he? Yes, I believe so. The goal of the first attack on us was to capture the smuggling ring's leader. My father and Uncle Bad. Their legacy will live on. Through me. So that's why we gotta catch him, okay? We will, I promise. Now, Ambassador Alba, let's have at the truth now, shall we? Yeah, there are many things like that. Once you've seen it once, you can't unsee it. No matter how many times you ask, my answer remains the same. So, that one is unimportant, and this one is important. It's not a hypothesis. Earlier we had proved it to be what happened. Well, let's leave that one for the side for now, because it doesn't change the fact that I have no motive. Oh, so you really had no reason to kill Mr. Koshin. If you want to suppose I had one, then why not? I'll indulge you. After all, this is nothing more than a silly game to me. Even if that's how you see things, I would appreciate if you take it more seriously. Sorry. I suppose you're in a bit of a pickle? Very well, a game is no fun if the playing field isn't level. Therefore, I formally claim that I have no motive to kill. Now, let's see you disprove it. How can you stand there looking proud when he knows he killed another human being? Well, I'm not going to just stand by and... wait, what? Okay. And let him just walk away with his crimes. If that's the case, what motive would I have to kill my co-conspirator? That'll be the order for the monster. If you want to know, I believe you had the motive to kill. It was because Mr. Koshin had betrayed you. But you had your own reason too. Namely, you wanted to pin the smuggling ring all on him. Evil begets evil, and because you were trying to test each other out, it started into a mess. Oh, there we have his objection. Objection! Okay, so it's more like that. I don't believe this. You have a bad penance for telling tall tales, Mr. Prosecutor. If you're not, then I suppose you have some proof to support your argument. I never used guesswork in moving my cases forward. It had been proven that this note was written by Mr. Koshin's hand. Someone joked that the physics are courtroom drama as well. Yeah, I mean, you're not incorrect. It is. That statement is correct. Shall we take a look at it? Yep. It is, Biggs. It is. I don't guess. I use logic. I love it. It just constantly, it just beats on Phoenix. The content of the note is a request calling for the theft of the Alaban's Prefect statue. Huh. By killing him and pushing all of the guilt onto the smuggling onto him, you walk away spotless. I believe you understand what I'm driving at. You had more than a few reasons to kill him. Are you finished with your hypothesizing? Excuse me? Let's suppose I did have a motive. Even so, a motive or a thought alone cannot kill. Isn't that right? I didn't expect him to resort to playing semantics game with me. It appears that this is where the real battle will begin. Now then, if you will excuse me. Wait, what? I told at the very beginning, didn't I? You only get one question. Ambassador Alba, if you could just please give us a little bit more of your time? It doesn't matter what kind of man Manny was, he was my subordinate. Which is why I would like to figure out the real cause of his death. That is something for Babal to figure out, and not something to which I have no relation to. Now he's even turning down the request from Ambassador Palladino. I'm very sorry, but it seems that even now my voice falls on deaf ears. There's no need for you to apologize, Ambassador Palladino. We must find a way to stop him from leaving. It seems that there are no further objections. In that case, please allow me to return home. Hold it right there, Ambassador Alba. Okay. Like I said, Mr. Edgeworth. Oh wait, that's the wrong voice. The Tagarasu's legacy will live on through me. Yes, but how do you suggest we stop him from leaving? You just leave that to me. Ambassador Alba. Do you recognize this? No. Why should I recognize that tattered old organizer? Wait. Where have I seen that before? That is a clue that my father, Byrne Faraday, left for us. Did you say Byrne Faraday? Faraday? Mr. Faraday's organizer. Don't tell me this is the one from the second KG8 incident. The one which he wrote about the Atagarasu's key. Yes. This organizer belonged to the prosecutor you killed 7 years ago. Huh. I have no idea what you're talking about. You say that like it was related to me. Inside this organizer, he wrote up every detail of every evil deed you did. What an amusing girl you are. But that sort of trickery won't work on me. If you won't believe me, then take a look at this. And what is that toy there? This fever device was used by the Tagarasu, or rather, by my father. 7 years ago, he used this when he snuck into this embassy. What? These two pieces of evidence that hold the information the Tagarasu dug up on you. If you go home now, I won't hesitate to send it all to Ablaze, right behind you. Little girl, get to the point. I want you to go up against Mr. Edgeworth one more time. If you win, then I'll hand over these two pieces of evidence to you. Yatagarasu, ever the thorn in my side? Okay, does that organizer really contain any information about his dirty dealings? It's nothing case-breaking, really. Ah, it was just a bluff. Even if it was, we can't let the info my father and Uncle Bad got go to waste. Plus, the existence of Little Thief is troublesome enough for him. Those two pieces are the keepsakes of your father. It's okay. I believe Mr. Edgeworth. He'll get on top in the end. Okay. When things get tough, someone's gonna be there to put the wind back in your sails. After all this time, you're still quite feisty one. I applaud your powerful nature. I refuse to lose to this too. Ambassador Alba, you won't be returning home until you give us further testimony. How dare you all, barring a person like me? Ambassador Alba, your testimony if you please. Alright, but this is the absolute last. Even if you use all of the power of Ambassador Palino's office, you won't stop me. I can't let this opportunity Kay has created for me go to waste. Last time I met with Mr. Koshin was here at the Theatrum Neutralis. After that, I was in Alabama the rest of the time, as I stated earlier. In any case, I did not see Mr. Koshin again after that. So you see, there is no time span in which I could have killed him, wouldn't you agree? Now then, since you people were practically begging, I'll allow you to question me. What an arrogant man! Yes, but no matter. We can't allow this case as a chance to escape us. I will warn you though, you've reached the end of my patience. Waste my time with any inane questions and you will be punished. So, any needless pressing or presenting will cost more to our case. In that case, the only thing you can do is present the correct evidence, understood? Of I don't intend to let him intimidate me. I know Mr. Koshin's killed before he returned to Babal. In which case, there's only one statement to which I need to present the evidence. And we have the commemorative photo. Where is it? There it is.
Objection!
I'd like for you to take a look at this picture. It's a rather nice picture, isn't it? It was to commemorate the restoration of relations between our nations. Oh, it's commemorative, all right. Will it capture the proof, all the proof that I needed to show it was you who committed the murder? Come again. This is the night I killed Mr. Koshin. I see you recognize it, as well you should, for this was you who brought this to the theater. You hid it among the flowers you were to give to the Steel Samurai, meaning that you killed Manny Koshin here, at the theater. It's time for me to catch my flight.
Objection!
We're not through yet.
Objection!
It's game over for you, Mr. Edgeworth. But I thank you for the entertainment. No matter how passionately you orate, the end result will still be the same. I won't be returning to this country ever again. That's right. This man is an ambassador, and he has extraterritorial rights. No matter how hard we chase after him, we won't be able to have him tried in court. Yes, that is exactly the face you should be making. The face of a worthless cur. Now then, ladies and gentlemen, I must bid you farewell. The courts. Is there no one who can lay a finger on this man? This is really the end. Agent Lang. Sorry to keep you waiting, Mr. Prosecutor. Get out of my way. My plane is scheduled to take off soon. Yeah, the dramatic shot was screwed up. Darn. Sorry, but you're not going anywhere, Mr. Alba. I'm sure playing games with your people. You can't touch me. If you do, it would spark an international incident, Agent Lang. Sorry, but no, it wouldn't. What? Hey, Mr. Prosecutor. Good job holding the fort until I got back. So, Mr. Alba. Just notice the emphasis of the writing here. Previously, Lang has referred to Alba as Ambassador Alba. The title has now changed. He is Mr. Alba. I love this, just a little foreshadowing that just goes here in this little detail. It's so good! Your diplomatic immunity has just been revoked. What do you mean revoked? Spare me this nonsense and let me through. Langzy says, before aiming for the throat, chew the neck shield off first. Interpol headquarters and the imperial household of the Kingdom of Alabance took a while to get things rolling, but they finally moved on it. The imperial household? What have you done? You have been relieved of your duties as ambassador, Mr. Alba. What? Effective today, Effective right now. And you have Mr. Prosecutor's video tape to thank for this. The video detector protected. You can't be arrested simply because you're an ambassador? In that case, I thought I'd strip you of that title. You underestimated me. A descendant of the founder of the Tailor philosophy, Lang Zi. 4,000 years of deeply entrenched connections and networks around the world. They have really paid off. It can't be. I don't believe this. My ambassadorship has been revoked. Looks like you've finally come to grips with your new standing. Woohoo! Looks like he's turned all docile again. He's probably in shock from the loss of his shield. You just can't help but love these like sad characters like this. Yes, Agent Lang's been set up to be like this adversary, and he's like just like the prosecutors in every other Ace Attorney game. Here we go. Aww. Huh. What a shame. I had so wanted to use my whip on him. Why is this happening to me? I'm just a hard-working, honest ambassador. Do you really think you can still pull that on us? We've already ripped away the mask and seen you for who you really are, Mr. Alba. No, I won't be stopped now. He still intends to fight us. So what if I'm no longer an ambassador? You still don't have any evidence on me. The fact remains that you cannot arrest me. I'd expect no less from you, boss of the smuggling ring. Well, the rest is up to you, Mr. Prosecutor. Understood. You said I killed Mr. Koshin in the theater. But if that was true, that there was a knife in my bouquet, I left that bouquet in the theater, so anyone could have taken it out from there and used it, right? Besides, the claim that he was killed here in itself is odd. After all, wasn't his body discovered in Baba? Are you claiming that I carried his body all the way over there? Preposterous. Objection! I'll be the one to prove whether it's preposterous or not. Ex-Ambassador Alba, are you ready? Because this is no game, this is war. I killed Mr. Koshin in this theater using that knife that was stuck in my bouquet. I left that bouquet in the theater. Anyone could have taken the knife up from there. So, what are you cooking mine now? I don't think you said it earlier, or maybe you did, and I didn't catch it. Besides, Mr. Koshin's body was discovered in Babal, right? There's no way for me to have transported his body from the theater to Babal. I'm so bad at reading chat sometimes. I miss it so many times. It's like random things that just go to me. Like, we have this expression in Norway called hus. It goes like this: hus forbi, which basically means like a house past. It kind of refers to the fact that, you know, it's just like it goes straight past me without seeing it, and I'm not even sure why it's like that. I need to research that later. It's such a weird thing. It's such a weird expression. It makes no sense, and I have no idea why it is like that, but it is. Look, don't you think you've had enough fun with me? You've already stolen my ambassadorship from me. Would you have me surrender too? You have no plans to return to